So about 5 months ago, I went out on a trail. 20 minutes into my run, I had kind of glanced over to my left side. I then saw a little baby cub, and immediately I stopped, almost like, oh my gosh, this is not good. And so probably a split second after, there comes the mama bear right towards me. It was probably a matter of 3 seconds till she crossed the road and knocked me down with her head. And I was on the ground and she started attacking. My eyes were closed the entire time. I didn't make a sound. I didn't scream. The only thing that I know what I was thinking in a way was I was going to die. When she then finally left me, I was in a fetal position, balled up, and at one point I had a feeling of, okay, so it's over. I got up on my left leg and I was limping with my right. When I was walking, I started seeing a lot of blood. I definitely was very weak. I collapsed almost twice and I caught myself. I was walking down that road for about 30 minutes and there was a pickup truck that was driving down the road. And he rolled down his window. His eyes were just huge and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No." I said, "I got attacked by a bear." Once we got to the hospital, they immediately put me in the emergency room. I was lashed down to my skull. She almost severed half my ear off, which kind of was hanging by its little bits and pieces. She almost lashed me down to my pulmonary artery in my neck. The punctures on my buttocks you could stick your thumb in them. On my leg, huge lacerations from her paw that were so deep it clawed through fat tissue, muscle tissue, pretty deep. When I look back and think about that I survived what I did, I feel I'm in overtime because I very well know life can be short.
Well, this is a real-life horror movie with a happy ending and a doctor's exclusive. Please welcome Jessica to the show.
Oh, Jessica.
Did everything right to survive. I applaud you.
Is it hard for you to go back in time and talk about it, and think about it?
Sometimes. And it's by no means, you know, an easy story to watch or very, very high trauma. And so.
Well, for sure, watching that, we saw some of those injuries, and I'm looking at you closely. You've done wonderfully. You've healed very, very well.
We can see the one on your neck.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I have some that are a little more visible than others. During the summer now, I mean, when I was wearing shorts, I had somebody to stop me and what happened. So they're not so much visible. That's why when you look at me, you can't really tell very many.
Everyone's watching you and watching that story and thinking, what would I do?
Right.
Like, what would I do if I were walking down a trail or running down a trail and a bear came after me? Well, joining us now is the star of the Weather Channel show. It's called Fat Guys in the Woods, survivalist expert Creek Stewart. So, Creek, what Jessica did, right thing to do.
Absolutely. There's a reason why Jessica is alive, because she did the exact thing that you need to do in that situation. This is classic grizzly bear defensive attack. And you need to communicate to that bear that you are no longer a threat to it or the cub in this instance. And the way to do that is to play dead. Face down on the ground to protect your vital organs, your fingers locked behind your neck. Okay? Because a bear, its kill strategy is to bite the nape of the neck and crush the spinal cord.
Wow.
So you want to lock your fingers behind your neck, spread your legs so that the bear can't turn you over and expose your vital organs. And exactly what she did, you gotta wait it out. You just gotta get brutalized until that bear stops and walks away.
I gotta say, Jessica, as hard as that was to watch, and as I'm sure there's so many traumatic memories, you have got to be walking around thinking, I survived a grizzly attack, so
Yeah.
step back, people.